Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up 10 best opening seconds of a match in wrestling history. Rock Hogan Goldberg Brock Omega Danielson. There are some matches which are defined by the match itself, whether that be insane moments, celebratory victories, or simply just world-class in-ring work. Most of the time, fans remember the closing stages more fondly, the final pinfall or submission, the pop for a victory, and the celebrations of a win. But sometimes it is the opening seconds which are more memorable. AJ Styles' arrival in WWE went better than perhaps anyone expected, with him getting very over with the crowd. Even after turning heel, the fans were wild for everything he did. And they went wild when Styles went one-on-one with John Cena at Money in the Bank 2016 in a first-time-ever matchup. Before the bell even rang, the atmosphere was electric, and it became even more so when the referee began the match. Warring chants of "Let's go Cena" and AJ Styles filled up the arena in what was a thrilling start to this bout. One of WWE's best PPVs of all time kicked off in the best way possible when Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio opened up the show. Mysterio came out of nowhere to attack Angle at the start of the match, resulting in a non-stop and action-packed sequence in the opening seconds. The crisp offense, the speed in which it was executed, and the way it set the precedent for not just the rest of the match, but for the rest of the show too, was simply fantastic. Angle and Mysterio had effortless chemistry. There is perhaps no match in AEW history which started with the amount of intensity as this. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston did not waste a moment when the bell rang, laying into each other in what felt like an authentic fight. The crowd ate into the level of intensity in the opening seconds, making for a match which was hot, physical, and incredibly entertaining. The match continued on with this sort of savage and chaotic brawling, which led to one of the best matches of either man's AEW career. The main event of Survivor Series 2009 saw John Cena defending the WWE Championship against Triple H and Shawn Michaels, who'd been teaming together as D-Generation X in the months leading up to this match. It was always going to be an intriguing dynamic, given their status as tag team partners, but no one expected things to unravel from the opening seconds. The three world beaters faced off, but it wasn't long until Michaels turned and super-kicked Triple H in a stunning moment. This was an incredible way to kick off the match, and it elevated the rest of the contest. WrestleMania 37 was a special show, even if it wasn't perfect. The return of live fans made this a surreal experience, and the moment was overwhelming for both Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks in the main event of Night 1. When the bell rang, both Belair and Banks took in the occasion and welled up. The raw emotion shown by both women, despite their babyface/heel status and the fact they were rivals, was a very real few seconds, and one which will forever be a WrestleMania moment. At SummerSlam 2021, Becky Lynch returned to WWE and squashed Bianca Belair in just a few seconds to win the world title and cause anger amongst fans. Fast forward to WrestleMania 38, and Belair was seeking revenge and redemption. When the bell rang, Belair went full throttle, but her own momentum and intensity led to Lynch once again hitting her finisher and going for the win in just the opening seconds. For a moment, the crowd could not believe what they were seeing and were worried over a rehash of the SummerSlam match. Belair kicked out in a fantastic moment, kicking the match off with a bang. It was very special when two all-time greats stepped foot in the ring at WrestleMania 28, as John Cena and The Rock battled in the once-in-a-lifetime attraction match, which had been built up for an entire year. The Rock and Cena did not even have to lock up for the buzz in the stadium to be felt through every TV screen. Their face-off was stunning, and it proved to be one of the greatest opening seconds to a match in WrestleMania history for sure. Goldberg's WWE comeback match in 2016 against Brock Lesnar was a spectacle. When looking back at the opening seconds, a hot face-off occurred, followed by Goldberg pushing Lesnar to the ground and then spearing the soul out of him. He went on to squash Lesnar in under 2 minutes, but the first spear especially was an incredible moment, and some of the best opening seconds to match ever given the shock value of it. There was a lot of anticipation when Bryan Danielson stepped foot in an AEW ring for the first time ever, facing off with Kenny Omega in a dream match. Before the two even locked horns, the crowd went wild. They cheered for the bell and continued on roaring and chanting, filling the Arthur Ashe Stadium with a wall of noise that made the opening seconds of this match the most special in the entire history of AEW to date. Danielson and Omega would go on to have a Match of the Year candidate too. There is no doubt which match has the greatest few opening seconds in wrestling history, and it is the WrestleMania 18 spectacle between The Rock and Hulk Hogan. There has perhaps never been a crowd as hot as this one for nothing more than a simple face-to-face between two men.